Hi, this is YC. Welcome to my channel. Today I would like to show you how I'm going to decorate my cake for Easter. And I'm going to be doing an Easter bunny cake. Okay, so we're going to start off with, I made a Betty Crocker super moist cake mix. And everyone knows how to make a cake mix. You just follow the directions on the back. But I will put a simple white cake recipe in the description. In case you don't have one of these on hand at home, you may have to, make it from scratch. But it will be a super simple one. And what we use for this are 2 round pans. And it doesn't matter if you have the 8-inch ones or the 9-inch ones. This is 2 9-inch pans by 1.5 inches high. So I'm using 9-inch. And it always, this particular decoration I'm doing, decorated cake, takes round pans. Okay. So I'm going to use a platter like this. If you don't have a platter like this, you can actually use a flat cookie sheet. If you don't have that, use like what they do at bake sales. You can get a big piece of cardboard and put foil over it. Whatever you have that could hold like this amount together to make a bunny head. Okay, so I'm going to start off with taking one of them out. And this I baked this morning and it's already cooled down and everything. You want to make sure it cools down completely. And this is going to be the main head, the face. I'll put it down kind of in the middle of your platter. Okay, and now I'm going to cut this one. I want to show you how I cut this one so that it turns into ears and a bow tie. And you may have seen this before or heard of it before. They used to do this years ago. So you may have done this and then just forgot about it. But it would be something fun, for you to do. I'm going to get a knife that cuts, because this is just the one I'm going to be spreading icing with. And I'm going to show you how I cut the ears and the bow tie out of this. So, you want to, how ears look like a leaf. They're cut like that on a bunny. So you're going to cut here and then here. Kind of like stitching on a baseball. So you're going to go like this. And it looks like, I don't know if you can see that cut, but it looks like a smile. And you turn it around and you do the same thing. You kind of do like a smile. And it comes out like this. So it looks like a petal of a leaf, but it's the bunny's ear. Okay, and then you put it like that. And then you take out the next ear, which looks like a leaf, and you put it here. Do you see the ears on the bunny's head? And what's left is, and you can do a more precision job than me. Some years I do them perfect, other years not. But guess what? It's a cake. It's going to be eaten. This is the bow tie. And you just put it under here like this. Okay? And if you find your cake is really puffy and big and you find like you need to cut this more flat to get to here, or whatever adjustments you want to make, if you say, well, this ear's not, really fitting, like see how it's kind of rocky, you can actually cut it to where it fits flush with this, depending on how fussy you are. Okay, now, because some of the edges are going to be raw like this, you don't really need to cover those with icing. This is just for fun. It's going to be a fun decorative cake, that the kids love to see, and It doesn't have to be, you know, perfect like a wedding cake or something like that. It's just for fun. And you might want the ears to go a different way, so you have to play around with it on how you like. But this is what it looks like. And I'm just gonna take this. This cake is vanilla, and I'm gonna use whipped vanilla frosting, easy to spread. And so anyway, let's get this started. And you know, you can do this chocolate too if you want to make a brown bunny. I just have always picked, you know, the lighter one for some reason. You know, when I was little, I had 2 white bunnies, so I always picked those. My sister had 2, and her bunnies were brown and black. So I always remember those. And I'm basically just right now spreading the icing on each piece. And I'll show you what I do for the fur. And it's really fun. And it gives you something to do and something sweet that you can have with your Easter dinner. Or after your Easter dinner, I should say, for dessert. Okay. It is cool this morning, 60 degrees here right now in South Carolina, which is cold considering we've had like 88 degrees all week long. You go down to 60, or last night they said it was going to go down to 39. I couldn't even sleep, I was so cold. So, it's a big drop when you have to come down after having those nice soothing 88 degrees. Alright, we're just going to get this on here. And let's see here. The fun thing about this is that every year that I make it, you can make the face look different. You can use different decorative things to make it with. Some people use, you know, cereal and like any kind of candy that you can think of that you think would look good on its face, you know, or you could use sprinkles. You can even, you know, use food coloring and have it a certain color if you want. You know, you can make it fun. And one year I even used licorice and made put whiskers on the bunny. So there's all kinds of things that you can do. You know. And don't worry, I know that you know, bunnies and eggs is not what Easter is about. I understand that. You know, this is just a dessert idea. So please understand that I am aware of that. So that is for sure. Okay. I don't want anyone to get upset. I'm going to try and get this off the top of this to fill in that crack between the ear and the head. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this poor thing. He's got a mark on his head now. He has a bump already. I'm hard on the bunny rabbit. Okay. And the fun thing about this is you can actually have your kids or your grandkids help you do this. They probably would have a ball with this, and it would, you know, give them something to do and get their mind off of having to stay home all the time and things like that, you know. It must be, yeah, it's normally my husband's at home right now. You know the situation. And that's his watch going off telling him it's lunchtime, time to go eat. Can you imagine being so busy at work you have to have something go off on your wrist that says, hey, time to go eat. My husband is a welder, so he's not paying attention to the clock. He's paying attention to what he's doing when he's at work, but they're out of work right now. Okay, oops. Okay, so now I'm going to cover up the bow tie. And you can take the knife and cut this however you think it should go, you know. That's the wonderful thing about decorating, you know, your own cake. There's no right or wrong, you know. And this is vanilla icing. I normally buy the cream cheese one, but the kids, you know, wanted a change. They didn't want, I always, sometimes the last few cakes I did have been red velvet with cream cheese frosting, and they're so happy to have vanilla this time. Even though vanilla seems plain, they're kind of happy to have it. Okay, I'm shaking because I'm so cold still. After I made this this morning, I opened up the oven door to let the heat in the house. Which normally you would not want to do in South Carolina. Okay, well, you get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. And you know, I actually have frosting left over, so if I wanted to go around and do some of the sides of this, I could. But on these raw edges that are already white, sometimes it'll pick up the cake and it'll ruin your cake. It'll pull it right off, you know. So you want to make sure that if you're going to cover anything, it's going to be the baked edges. And you don't need to. You know, this is supposed to be fun, simple, something that kids can do too. And if you might have bought a lot of decorations maybe for cookies at Christmas, you can use them up on this. Okay. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay. So let's set this aside. And what I'm going to use for the hair on my bunny is coconut. I'm going to use coconut for the hair. So he's going to look like a fuzzy bunny. Let's see. So we're going to start off with the face. You might have to crumple it up a bit. You know how sometimes bags of coconut will have, I wonder if I can crush that up. Yeah, just those little chunks you're going to have to work with. You know how they get balled up in these bags with the sugar and everything. I mean, he's already looking good. He's already looking fuzzy. I think my, I hope I'm not wrong about this, but if I'm not mistaken, when I was a little girl, I had, you know, my 2 white live rabbits. They were Fluffy and Snowball. And my sister's brown and black rabbits were Peanuts and Blackie. Yeah. So we used to love to feed them carrots and cabbage, and my dad made like a pen, you know, for them. And we used to, I'm getting stuff all over me. We used to come home from school and put stuff, you know, a piece of celery or something in their little cage. We used to love it. The first thing I would do is run right to the back of the yard. I gotta go see my rabbits. That was when we lived in Canada. That was fun. I remember those days. And, you know, I'm just throwing the coconut everywhere, but you can actually clean up the sides of your platter when you're done all the decorating. And you can make this look really, really good if you had company or something. But, you know, we can't have, you know, how it is right now. You know, it's going to be you and your family or whatever. And I'll tell you, I will tell you this. Everybody you know on the lockdown, if you and your family are going through some problems with what has happened lately, well, we certainly express our heartfelt thoughts and prayers are with you. I pray every morning, and I certainly will be praying for everybody. I will continue to do so. And so. Well, we're almost, you know, I really didn't need to put any on the bow tie now that I think about it, because the bow tie is not supposed to be fuzzy, but oh well, whatever, right? Okay, like I said, there's no right or wrong when you're decorating an Easter bunny cake. You see the fuzzy, how the coconut makes them have like a fuzzy fur? And then I saved some jelly beans, and I know they weren't supposed to even be eaten till tomorrow. The whole bag is gone. So we're going to have to choose green for the eyes. Okay, so I just kind of poke it in right there, and we'll have another green one for the other eye. And all the pink have been eaten, and the red and everything. Oh my goodness me. So we'll probably use yellow for the nose, and we can use maybe orange for the mouth or the teeth, or however you want to, do it. And then you can decorate the ears. I usually put like a row of pink one in the ears, but I didn't know everybody was gonna go crazy on the jelly beans when I opened them up. So we could do maybe a design in the middle of the bow tie, like this. And let me tell you, I usually put whiskers and the whole 9 yards. But you know how it is right now. We can't keep going out to get things, and we have to work with what's in our home. And I had coconut, and of course I bought jelly beans because, you see them in, you know that Easter's coming in that. But this is what I have left, and this is my Easter bunny face with the ears and the bow tie. And I wanted you to see that today to give you an idea of something that you can work on and something you can do for fun during this time. So I hope you give it a try. And like I said, if you don't have one of these instant recipes like this, I will put a from scratch cake recipe in the description. And I hope you have a really good day. Bye-bye.